your virtual assistant does not read your mind, how can you be so in sync with them? Almost like a soulmate, right? The partner in crime. After 12 years of using virtual assistant, what I found is that you wanted to focus on the personality and the characteristics. The very first thing is not what you want. This is your business, okay? It's your business, not anybody else's business. So build it the way you like to be built. I just run the business the way I want to be run. So what is that for you, right? At the very beginning, it might be one way, and at the end, it might be totally another way. The me 10 years ago, the me 5 years ago, the me a month ago is totally different. This is a journey, consistently knowing what you want, okay? And then obviously communicate it out. Second thing is testing it out, okay? When I first started my business, I worked with a lot of singles and people that are younger. And then now I realize that, I consistently testing it out, and I keep asking myself, what do I want and how effective would they be? And now I realize that, my standard in my internal hiring right now is they have to be at least 28, married, have children. Why do I like those? I think because I'm a mother, so I like the mother energy. I like to multitask. I don't know, but I realized that when you're working with moms, there's less drama in the company. Because all the drama go to the kids, right? Because, you just focus on the kids. You don't necessarily have the time to get into drama. I don't know, but that's my my observation. And I noticed that works for me. And at the very beginning, I worked with Monique, right? I felt like, wow, Monique is really good for me. Monique is a DI on the DIS personality, so she's a polar opposite of me. But a lot of time, we will have a lot of argument. Okay, because we get to know each other really well, and she's obviously a D, so she has a very strong personality. So sometimes we'll get into some sort of the fights, right? Then at the end, I realized I was like, man, I kind of like her, but not necessarily an EA for me. And she's really good with customer facing. She's also extremely extroverted. So then we started to move her into operation, and I was like, oh, I really like this. And then again, I test out quite a few, EA in between. At the very beginning, right, when we first doing hiring, we're really focusing on the skills, right? Oh, do they know Kajabi? Do they know Go High Level? Do they know ClickFunnels? Whatever the software, if they do, we hire them, right? But, after 12 years of using virtual assistant, what I found is that you wanted to focus on the personality and the characteristics. How can you be so in sync with them? Almost like a soulmate, right? The partner in crime. Why do I say this? The reason why Grace is so amazing for me is because I love how she handled clients. That's the first thing. She was a customer service representative at a bank, okay? She's really, really good with people. However, she has no clue how to be an EA. She do not know how to use Zoom. She never checked email before. She don't know how to use Microsoft Words. I mean, anything that's office related, she pretty much does not know. She just constantly is on the phone, right? So I said, no problem. Let me test it out, right? Let's teach you how to use them. Throughout the whole year, she's starting to learn how to use Zoom, how to check my emails. She doesn't necessarily have common sense of the EA. She just has common sense of being a support. So again, I constantly testing her out, but I know that she's what I want. She doesn't have what I need, so I build her upon it. So now a year into it, she's amazing. She's starting to handle some of the big project for me too. Handling a lot of my customers, and she's becoming the communicator, for me. And I just love her to death. But hey, if I didn't test her out, I didn't know that she's as amazing as she is today. Then number 3, obviously evaluation. Building a team is not a one-time thing. It's not Phyllis gave me this person. Oh, it didn't work out. Okay, my life end, it doesn't work. No, it's kind of like, when you're going to the gym, maybe, this workout, the exercise not going to work out for you. Maybe you try something else, right? Maybe yoga doesn't work out for you. Maybe you do Zumba. I mean, ultimately, you just need to know that, okay, I want to get there, right? I want my freedom. I want to do the minimum, right? And I want a team that I can feel good and rely upon, right? So I constantly evaluate it. I evaluate my software. I evaluate them. I evaluate the way that we conversate with each other, right? Hey, are we doing good? Is this software working out? What is the missing puzzle? Evaluation also means that, hey, I don't think this is going to work out. I feel like I need somebody that have this kind of personality profile or it's this kind of thing. Then you can say, well, you have 2 choices, right? You can either learn about it, become that person, or we need to replace you and find another person. And maybe you can do something else. So we consistently have this evaluation call. And my team know that's very healthy. It's not a bad call. It's just literally like, what do you want? What do I want? How do you feel? How do I feel? If it's really well matched, let's continue with this journey. If it is not, let's figure out how can we create a win-win solution. So that is important as evaluation, especially when we are growing. Then step 4 is training. I will have to say, this is one of the pieces that most clients do not focus on. Okay. Majority of clients, what they did is they train the VA at the very beginning, right, on what they need to do. And then right after that, they just don't train them anymore. They just consistently letting them solve problems. But what I would tell you is it will be always good. That's the reason why we want you to work with us, right? Because we do provide quite a bit of training too, right? Especially on the mindset. Because the truth is the difference between, a 7-figure business and an 8-figure business is all in the mind. But the key is that allowing them to see, the big picture, to think entrepreneurial, let them, attend something so that they can open up their brain. And then the last piece, obviously, is communication. On EOS, they talk about open and honest communication, essential for a business. It's all about trust and transparency on this. So as a business owner, what I want you to do is, 1, tell them exactly what you like, even if it is ugly. Second thing is, your virtual assistant does not read your mind. Brain dump is very important. So what I do is, I use a lot of WhatsApp, so I just do a voice note and say, hey, Grace, I am kind of busy today. I need to get this 3 things done. If you can get it done, let me know, right? Or, hey, Grace, I noticed that this blocks is no good, right? Or why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? So I consistently bring dump onto them of what I need to do, the state of mind, my feedback on certain things, because they can really read your mind. I know that most business owners are like a deep personality. So we move things very, very fast, especially when we go to events. After we go to events, we have a different sets of ideas and thoughts, but then we didn't communicate that out to our team, but we expect them to understand what we have been through. And that was the biggest piece where there's a gap on communication. So you need to really figure out, okay, how can I close that gap? So, it's all about communication. And I tell them, hey, whatever feedback that you gave me is not going to hurt me, right? Because I know feedback is love, right? So please let me know how you feel, so that we can fix something. Okay? And so that is the 5-step of framework that I use to build my team. And what I want to share with you is you would not be able to find anybody like you, but you can build a team and each of them is 25% of you. And together that is one powerful Phyllis.